phenomenal hitters for TCU. We got to shut them down.
Kansas State showcased a little bit of a 6-2 in the match against Baylor. We'll see if they stick with it here tonight against the Horned Frogs. One change for TCU. Alice Volpe, the freshman who had been the libero here lately, will give way to the more experienced Cecily Bramschreiber. And the senior will be the libero here tonight. Underway, joust above the net. And with Shulshevsky, a back row player, a point for the Horned Frogs to open it up.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Shulshevsky, not much she could do. She's trying to go up and play the ball, but it came over the plane of the net. The blocker can play that ball, and then that's a back row attack for the setter.
The season for K-State has been marred by injuries, and because of that, the Wildcats have had to roll with different lineups. Clinton with a kill on the right side, but the biggest change has been the loss of Liz Grigorski. Meant K-State has lost a 6th rotation player, and it means that Aaliyah Carter, who does not succeed as well with those passes the way that Grigorski has to play 6 rotations and often is the subject of many serves. Jordan Williams in here puts one right into the net. Her struggles serving the other night against Baylor continue. Underway here for Morgan Family Arena.
Yeah, unfortunate. Jordan Williams had those service errors at really critical times. Unfortunately, she started the game here tonight with a service error.
Sarah Sylvester, the junior, back to serve. Back to Clinton on the right side. Tip coming over the block of Para, and it falls in.
Yeah, Sylvester was able to come and play the ball up there from the tip, but not high enough that another player could contact it. A smart play there by Clinton, knowing that the middle blocker serve came into play defense in that spot.
Clinton, along with Shaylee Myers and Carter, those 3 outside hitters have been playing so well for K-State here down the stretch. Ava LeGrand with a service ace, picking on Para. And a good start for K-State with their serve as they do open yet again in a 6-2. Look at Ava LeGrand. Nebraska native serving at Para. She'll get it back. First swing of the night for Para, dug out. Para had a tough night over in Lawrence. Carter. The 2 go back to back. A block by Carter, turned away the swing from Gibson. Pipe shot, way too long from Evan Hendricks, the true freshman, who's getting a lot of playing time lately. And the Wildcats with an early 2-point lead.
You can see why Coach Williams is so excited about her. You know, a very physical outside hitter, lots of spring.
Another good serve sends TCU diving to the court. Gibson off the hands, gets the friendly bounce, and gets the kill.
K-State doing a nice job early on, putting a lot of pressure on TCU with their serve. We've seen them not really get into that offensive rhythm that they'd like.
Deep serve by Gibson. Carter well off the net. Para trying to tip over the block. K-State gets to it. Here's Carter again. Hendricks digs the All-American candidate. And then at the middle, going quick, Alexis Roberson, transfer from LSU, gets her first kill.
Yeah, great set there for the middle in transition and a kill right there. What Coach Williams wants to see from his team tonight.
Lily Nicholson, the sophomore setter, we saw a lot of her a season ago, now running the show for TCU. All the way out to Carter, trying to roll shot to the middle. Quick set, Roberson blocked. K-State able to get it shoved back over to TCU. The Horned Frogs, though, still battling with it. Carter tip try, didn't quite get enough on it. Para inside, dug out by Sims, but into the net was K-State. It'll be on Schmidt.
Yeah, great dig there by K-State. Just unfortunate blocking error for K-State. You hate to see that when you get a nice dig on a Para attack.
Gibson still serving. Going right at Carter. She'll get it back. Popped up by Nicholson. Out of the play. So Gibson from behind. 10-foot line, and she is rolled.
You see TCU trying to be mindful, not trying to throw everything Para's way, getting Gibson involved in some of those out-of-system plays, but K-State paid attention with their block, made a nice move.
These two teams split a pair of matches a season ago in this building. K-State won 1-5, part of those 5 ranked wins that they had a season ago. Para on the outside, into the block. Meg Brown on the right, in front of the libero.
A great setter choice there for K-State, getting Meg Brown involved early on, trying to really pull that block of TCU and make them make a good move.
Low pass, Roberson on the slide. Last year, 14 matches, about 1.5 kills per set, almost a block a set. And now in her sophomore season, returning to her home state out of Missouri City, Texas. Having a good campaign. Meg Brown again on the right. No touch, says the referees.
We see Para back serving. She's an elite server as well as an attacker. She's got a lot of speed and pace on the ball. It makes it really hard for a passer to follow that.
She does also have a lot of service errors. 39 aces in 23 matches, but now 68 errors in 24 matches. You see Para's hometown in Mexico. She's been a member of the Mexican national team program since the age of 13, and currently starting for Team Mexico on their senior national team. Well, this TCU team has been one that has not been high error. That's been one of their calling cards all year, that they have not been a team that makes many mistakes. They came in hitting .256, among the top 5 of the Big 12. So far, it's been a little error-prone offense for this TCU team. Para for the back row, easily played by Legrand. Larkin bumps it up for Myers, off the block, kept alive. Good scrambling by TCU. Carter from the back line gets the touch. And Carter playing in K-State, playing very clean here to start.
Yeah, making some smart decisions with where the ball's going. I like that choice there to get Carter in the back row, and she does a nice job not trying to just rip it. She just used the hands of the block.
Good low serve from Ella Larkin. Hendricks popped up in the back row. That was by Carter, and then Myers airmails everything out of bounds. So an error by K-State gives the ball back to the Horned Frogs. And there are 2 liberos bouncing back and forth here for TCU.
And one of the new rules there is allowing 2 liberos to be suited up and able to use both of those.
That's what we've got here tonight. Bram Schreiber and Volpe. Bram Schreiber in now. Meg Brown dug, but over the net. K-State goes to Myers, up by Para, but into the net was Sylvester. Jason Williams is going to come over and talk with Daryl Korniak. See if we get a challenge here or not. Sylvester said she didn't hit it, but not much of an argument going to come here. No challenge in this first set. Solszewski rotates in. Good play by Clinton after unable to get the stuff on the overpass. And K-State's Myers misses again, no touch. So Myers, who had a good night against Baylor. Back-to-back attack errors. Baylor really struggled to slow down the pin attack hitters for K-State, but they limited the Wildcat offense to only that. K-State had really nothing else working. Just could never pass well enough. Hendricks well under that. And K-State stays out in front. It's a young group for TCU and Jason Williams. You have Para, the sixth-year player that's wrapping up her career, the transfer from Texas, but really that's the only player that'll be, by graduation losses, off the team. Young group for TCU that'll be back next year to make a lot of noise in the league.
Yeah, Coach Williams has got to be pretty excited about that. You know, granted, Para is a big part of their success this year, but, you know, they've got a lot of key pieces that will be coming back next year.
This young kid will be a part of that. Evan Hendricks. Big roof by Para and Sylvester on Clinton. Ties it up at 11. There's another young hitter we might see tonight, Becca Kelly, that could rotate in. Transfer from Oregon, who didn't play for Oregon, redshirted last year, but a Texas native as well. Here's Hendricks out of Scottsdale, Arizona, top player in the state. Not a great service. Even Shilseski was unable to get to that. And the stuff denies K-State, and TCU with a couple in a row here. Quick set middle, Williams.
Not much power behind that swing, but caught. TCU blocks reaching, not feeling the net.
K-State somehow has got to get their middles going.
Yeah, absolutely. I think such an important part, because as you see, TCU is definitely loading up on those pins.
Block thrown up in the face of Gibson. Will off the net. This set, she gets it in. All Big 12 a year ago was Gibson, all region as well. Over 3 kills per set. Getting more action on the right side this year. Quick set, Schmidt, and there you go, K-State. 2 offensive sets in a row that they are pushing the middle.
Yeah, great sign, a great pass that allows them to get those middles involved, and you saw what that did to the block. You know, the middle almost has to commit on K-State's middle and then leaves the pins one-on-one. So as the game progresses, that can really fare well for the Wildcats.
Gibson on the right, too tall. Not a bad idea with Schmidt in the vicinity at 6'6" for K-State, but Gibson missed everything. And the 4th error in this first set by TCU on their attack. Or 5th, I should say. Both teams with 5 errors. Block got to it. Larkin gets the pass up close. Carter tried to tip. Punched up by Roberson. Para. And 2 players collide. Larkin and Sims going for the ball.
Those are the small plays right there for K-State that are so important. A great touch off the block. They gotta be able to take that and make a good transition play.
Gibson right at Carter. She'll get it back. And a missile. Credit to LeGrand for bettering the ball off a set that wasn't great, or a pass that wasn't great. Aaliyah Carter and Melanie Para going head-to-head. First time out of the night here on ESPN+. 15th ranked TCU against Kansas State. First meeting of the season between the two. They met twice last year here in Morgan Family Arena. Split the 2 matches, including a 5-set win by K-State back on September 22nd of last year. So far this year, these 2 teams pretty similar in a lot of the overall categories, even though they've gone about it in different ways. Aaliyah Carter with the serve. Para into the block. Carter trying to get there. Got a hand to it. Larkin gets it in the air from Myers, and it's over the net. Back to Para. So far being frustrated by the K-State D. Quick set to Schmidt. Got blocked right back by Roberson. Myers. Setter dump try. Popped up by Larkin. Over by Schmidt. Rally continues. All the way out left. Para one blocker. Dug out. Meg Brown hard to the block. No. Roberson ends the rally. And we are tied for the 11th time.
That's a fast set to the middle for TCU. Coach Williams really has to be happy with that transition push to the middle.
Served by Para. Myers into the block. All the way out left. Hendricks off the block into the antenna, gets the kill.
Yeah, Hendricks has a big block up against her, does a nice job using the outside hand of K-State's block.
So Hendricks with her first of the night after a couple of errors. Para shallow serve, just hit the tape and got over. Myers a deep throw, trying to get it over the head of Gibson. Hendricks then hits it out. And the side out to K-State as we're tied again. Close first set here in the Little Apple. Hendricks tip try. Seen so many tip tries by both teams. Brown this time a line shot and it works out. Aren't too many people going up just wailing away right now.
Yeah, TCU definitely, I don't know if they feel like they see something or whatnot, really trying the tip. But K-State's kind of been all over that. It is taking the setter sometimes out of the rotation, but
now Becca Kelly will check in. The heavily wrapped right thumb on that swing hand. She'll get her first opportunity here and just play it across. K-State goes to Myers, tip try. All the way out to Kelly, off the hands, dug out by Larkin. Williams went down, maybe turned an ankle. The ball goes out. So Williams, who's been battling an ankle injury, maybe stepped on the foot of Meg Brown. And we'll see if Williams needs to come out or not. Williams trying to shake it off. There you go. Little roll of the ankle.
Ouch.
So she's going to try and shake that off. Has already missed 10 matches this year because of injuries. K-State would certainly ill afford to have Williams out of the lineup. I think Jason Mansfield's asking why not stop play if someone's injured on the floor and just replay the point, but he's not going to get that argument won. And so back to serve is Bramschreiber. Dug up by Carter. Brown with a toss. Here comes Kelly. Just got it inside the antenna. Back to Myers. Dug out. The rally continues. Pipe for Para, and she got it.
They almost thought that ball was going outside to Kelly. But nice set. Para always ready. Coming on that Bic.
LeGrand will go run to Brown. And too far inside. He's hoping for some hands of Sylvester, and Jason Mansfield will call timeout for the Wildcats. This is an important match for K-State because as the Wildcats stumbled early this season and their hopes of an NCAA tournament are still technically alive, they are now, because of the loss to Baylor, forced to win out from this point forward. You have TCU tonight. You have two more ranked opponents coming up on the schedule. 12th ranked Kansas and the Dillon Sunflower Showdown on the 24th, and then BYU to close out the regular season. Two road games in between there at UCF at Colorado. UCF has struggled a little bit this season, but not an easy place to go play. And then Colorado, a tough place to play, and they're not bad. A team that is in the top 100 of the RPI. All this to say, NCAA is, and get to 12-6 in the league, they would have a compelling argument from the RPI standpoint of warranting a bid to get in the tournament. It seems improbable, but it is still there.
It is definitely possible.
For the year mired again by injuries for Jason Mansfield's club. Not only Williams missing a lot of time, Carter's been less than 100%, Szulczewski playing less than 100%, and Grigorski out for the year midway through the season. Despite all that, K-State at 7-6, still very much in the thick of it, in the middle of the Big 12 with 6 ranked teams ahead of them. As a look at Carter, who continues to try and chase down some career records. We'll get to those later tonight. So TCU with 3 straight points will serve with Bramschreiber. And she puts it into the net. First service there for TCU. Mason Williams will have a word with Bramschreiber as she comes out. Former outside hitter that playing as a defensive specialist now exclusively for TCU. Outside hitter back at her freshman campaign. Becca Kelly's a smash on the near side, and she got the hands on the block.
That's a great swing. Kind of a low set, but able to just find the fingertips.
TCU gets the ball right back after that 3-0 run. Now on a 4-1 run here. Myers on the right side misses. And whatever magic Shelly Myers had back on Wednesday, she does not have it here tonight.
Yeah, maybe overthinking some of her swings just a little bit.
1 kill, 3 errors on 13 swings for Myers. Clinton on the left, dug, but over the net. Szulczewski tries to dump herself. That's not there. Becca Kelly off 1 foot, blocked down by Myers.
That's a good way to try to get things kind of back on the right track. Good block there by Myers. Way to stay home.
Becca Kelly on the right, too tall. So you see that she's got that brace on her hand and on her thumb. As an outside hitter, how much does that affect how you hit the ball?
Well, I don't know so much with hitting the ball as much as maybe blocking. That might, you know, probably not feel the best if she got hit right in the wrong spot.
Carter over Kelly and Sylvester. And the crowd roars as K-State ties this matchup again. And a timeout for TCU. So Carter bringing back K-State after they struggled early. Carter with now 3 kills, 3 digs. And TCU forced to burn a timeout. We open the night talking about Carter and Para and their numbers so far this season as far as kills per set. Carter's kills per set this season at 4.28 is 3rd best in single season history for K-State, trying to track down the old-time school record in that department. In the rally scoring era, it's just hard to see people hitting over 5 kills per set.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what's unique about Carter and Para both is the quantity of swings that they take per match. You know, that you used to see those numbers in regular scoring because the matches were naturally longer. But with rally scoring, you know, typically you don't see those numbers. And, you know, it's really been quite impressive what Carter has been able to do, you know, match in and match out, just putting up those high numbers.
You look at those names on there. Obviously, Liz sitting next to us here is number 1 on that list. Natalie Korokova was a great right side hitter for K-State. Back in 2000, All-American was Pelger. Carter trying already the 2nd highest outside hitter kills per set average, trying to move up and grab one away from Korokova. So the Wildcats answer with a 3-0 run themselves, get right back in this set. 14th tie that we've had here in set one, and a service error right out of the timeout by K-State.
We saw that 2 nights ago against Baylor. K-State had themselves in a position to put more pressure, and just that service errors at this point in the match is really, really difficult.
And now the Horned Frogs 3 points away from a set one win. And a service error right back from Hendricks.
Serving for K-State, number 21, Jordan Williams.
So Williams to serve, as you see the service error numbers for each team. And a near ace, it is an ace for Williams. Boy, she needed that, because Williams struggled with her serve against the Bears back on Wednesday and had faulted her first time here tonight.
Yeah, this time she didn't leave it short. Put it nice and deep, right at the freshman libero for TCU.
TCU, remember, rotating those liberos. It's Volpe that gets the assignment now in this first set, and K-State pushing in front of the 18th ranked Horned Frogs. Now both teams nearing the end of this first set smell that they have the chance to grab momentum here early. We've seen K-State do this, play well in the first set, got to keep it rolling, but what do they need to do to finish out this first set?
Well, they really need to keep that service pressure. That service pressure is everything, and you see TCU is really struggling with their pass tonight so far. And it's not really necessarily that K-State's serving overly aggressive or anything. They're just, you know, making TCU move a little bit, play some seams, and they're just not getting a good pass up. And that's really affected that TCU offense. And Para is front row now, so, you know, just have to try to get him in a position not to give her that perfect set where she can go up and tee off.
3 kills for Para and 3 for Aaliyah Carter. Carter has 1 error on 11 swings. Para, no errors on 11 swings, but almost identical between the top 2 hitters of the Big 12. And the battle mano-a-mano here tonight. Womanano? Womanano? I don't know what the right. I don't know what the right vernacular is. K-State serving on this 4-1 run. Williams just over. There's Para trying to tip behind the block. Carter, hard, aggressive tip, tapped over by TCU. Nicholson, the key dig. She'll do it again. Up from the back line by Hendricks. Para off the block, still playing. Right side, and out by Clinton, who smacks her hands in frustration.
Oh, you gotta feel like Clinton's done so well. She did great against Baylor, made some really great decisions attacking. That was a great opportunity there for K-State to really put this first set away.
Instead, we're tied once more. 15 ties in this first set. Carter, big swing, wind up, and then drops it in, smooth and sweet.
That's smart veteran play there by Carter. As you said, she really kind of sold it with the swing, but the soft touch over the block.
Set point for K-State. Para. Out. No touch. K-State wins the first set 25-23, just as they did a year ago when they upset the Horned Frogs in 5. Set 1 of the books. We're back with more on ESPN TCU, but do the Horned Frogs have an answer? They start on the right with Gibson.
Gibson started off hot for TCU in the beginning of that first set, but kind of really tapered off at the end, partly because they just couldn't pass well enough to get their offense going.
Volpe. Quick set middle for K-State's Williams, still in there with that ankle. Para into the block, diving dig by Larkin. All the way out left for Carter. Roof to the ground. Sylvester and Gibson.
Yeah, Sylvester does a really nice job. She had to pause a little bit, pay attention to Williams in the middle, but made a nice play and finished it, pressing over the net.
2-0 Horned Frogs to begin the second. TCU, who's coming in having lost for just the second time in 8 matches on Wednesday night against the Jayhawks, trying to avoid another loss in the Sunflower State. In that match against KU, they lost in 4. They dropped the first 2 sets and then really had a good third set, and then kind of got blown out in the fourth. Much like Baylor, however, TCU has not been on the road very much. Para into the block, popped up on the run. Szulczewski sends it out to on the right side, covered by Szulczewski. Here comes Carter. And Aaliyah off balance, able to get the finish.
Aaliyah made a little adjustment before she decided to make her jump. I think that really helped her get her feet set to keep that ball in the court.
Clinton helped spur that on, and then tip of the cap to Szulczewski for being in the right place at the right time. Gibson dug by Sims, up by Williams, put over by Clinton. Quick set middle, Sylvester. All the way out, Carter, well off the net. TCU in system here. Gibson set not great, but Gibson finishes it from the right.
A great play both sides, making some big plays at the net, good touches. Defense able to turn some plays, and TCU able with Gibson on the right to finish it.
Heavy dose of Gibson here early in this second set for the Horned Frogs. She'll dig Carter, but out and over and out of bounds to K-State. So Carter gets her 6th kill. The 2-setter rotation continues for the Wildcats. LeGrand into the back row. Look at Carter's number, 6 kills, 4 digs. Double-double 4 times in the last 6 matches. Could she be headed there again? Right side, Gibson, hard off of the block of Carter.
Carter's hand was just a little low on that block, and Gibson's able to just hit the top part of Carter's right hand and get the kill.
Gibson had 3 kills on 11 swings with 2 errors in the first set. She's got 3 kills on 4 swings already here in this set. But a service error by the Horned Frogs will give K-State the side out. Carter will serve. Picking on Para. Throw by Hendricks, and got it.
A smart swing there by Hendricks. Going down the line at K-State setter.
And now Sylvester will come out, Bramschreiber will come in, and she'll be without the libero jersey. So there you go. After rotating liberos in the first set, Bramschreiber now to just a defensive specialist role in jersey. Tip of the cap to the equipment manager.
Always got to be ready.
Quick set, Brendan Schmidt. That is over Doug. Schmidt tried to dump it down, could not. Brown well off the net. Popped up by Nicholson. Hendricks into the block. That was snagged by LeGrand. Tight towards the net and dropped in by Roberson. So a bit unlucky were the Wildcats on that second touch.
Yep, just a little too tight. Sometimes try to make it too perfect, you know, and just need to get it up in an area that can be playable.
Bramschreiber, outside hitter in the high school ranks, an All-American. Started her career at TCU with a different coach as an outside hitter, and then under Joe Kramer, then now moved to defensive specialist under Jason Williams, who was in his 3rd season. Or 4th season, I should say. And now LeGrand. Pops it up for Larkin. Setter at LSU on the beach side. Para with a good dig in the back row. Hendricks again, and she splits Larkin and Carter.
You feel like there was a touch on that block, a playable ball defensively. You want to see K-State make those plays.
Horned Frogs were technically still alive in the conference race prior to the match against KU on Wednesday. Now they're playing for seeding in the NCAA tournament. LeGrand brings it back for Myers. And Gibson up the line, able to get it in. Horned Frogs by 3. Gibson a huge second set here. 7 kills now, hitting .312. So 4 kills in the frame. K-State will go to their right side. Brown, she'll get blocked. Carter pushes it out for Myers. Good cover by Nicholson, but out of the play. DeLarkin with a one-hand dig. Up by LeGrand. K-State still playing here. Popped over by Brown. TCU recovers, finds Hendricks, and a laser beam finds the floor after hitting LeGrand.
Hendricks really coming alive here in this second set for TCU. Saw her make a lot of errors early on, kind of almost launching them deep. Now finding a little bit better rhythm with her setter.
After seeing Para get a bevy of swings early, TCU's just gone away from Para and using their other 2 outside hitters. K-State did not handle the shallow serve well, but Myers one-on-one wins the block.
Myers has been not as efficient hitting, but doing a nice job at the net with her block, giving your team some defensive spark there. Try to get them a little fired up. A little defense always can bring a little enthusiasm.
Larkin did well to get that ball up. A rocket from Gibson. Then K-State can't hit it over. Szulczewski is trying to swing. TCU up by 4. Horned Frogs to serve with Hendricks. 2-time All-American on the prep ranks. 5.09 kills per set for her career. Notre Dame prep in Arizona, Scottsdale, Phoenix area. Clinton, left side. 4th for Clinton. TCU, though, after having all those attack errors in the first set, that was a big reason why they lost. Only 1 mistake offensively here in the second set. They're hitting .412 as a team.
You're just trying to jinx them, aren't you?
I hope not. I don't want Coach Williams on me with.
I know.
But this is more their MO.
Yes, it is.
Quick set, K-State to Jordan Williams.
I think her best swing of the season. Coach Mansfield's got to be happy to see that back in the lineup and producing some things offensively for the team.
Well, not only that, too, but anytime you deal with an ankle injury, you know it can kind of nag for a while. And there are times you're going to have to play through it. Jordan Williams really never has had to deal with that before. Para dug out by Sims. Back set all the way to Gibson or Clinton, and Clinton will get the kill. Wonderful decision by Szulczewski.
Yeah, TCU's block was going to the outside to get Carter. Thought for sure in transition that ball was going to go there, but threw it and gave her the one-on-one opportunity. And Clinton keeping it in the court.
Shallow serve by Sims. Right side, dug out, K-State by Szulczewski, so Larkin has to set. It's right up on the net. K-State gets 1 hit on it. Szulczewski just bombs it over to Carter. Then Roberson takes it away from the defense, and it works out. And we are all tied again. A 4-0 run here by K-State. And now Carter's got 7 kills. And the service error by Sims. Second error for Sims on serve. And the 3rd of the night for K-State. TCU will get the ball back and service back with Volpe. Almost 2,300 digs in her high school career. Carter blocked, and into the net was Gibson. So another kill for Carter, starting to heat up. She's got 8.
I think setter choices for K-State and Carter have been really good and have really allowed her to kind of progress as this match is going.
Williams with the good serve. Misplayed a bit. Swing, a hard one by Gibson, was touched by the block. K-State brings it outside for Carter off the net, but she rattles it through the block of Sylvester.
I like Carter's just keeping that ball, kind of using what's in front of her, not overdoing it, and still being pretty aggressive with her swing.
6-1 run here by K-State. 7-1, a block by K-State on Para.
That set was pretty fast on the outside, but Clinton does a nice job staying home and pressing. She read it all the way.
Clinton with a nice flex as well after the block. Para this time comes back, but misses. Went for the hands and didn't get the block, and now an 8-1 run, or 7-1 run, I should say, by K-State. I was right the first time. It is an 8-1 run. 4 straight. Williams still serving just over the net, and another ace for Williams. That sends us to a timeout. K-State 5-4 when we return. Last months. Of course, it's your home for all Big 12 action. Love being able to sit at home and just
watch every game.
That's right. Sort through all the Big 12 volleyball, women's basketball, men's basketball action. Back to action. Another block by K-State. A 10-1 run by the Wildcats. A couple of kills by Carter and a couple of massive blocks.
Yeah, this one's all Brenna Schmidt. That set was a little low.
Williams, again, another good serve. Quick set mid on another block by Schmidt. Then Sylvester hits it out, and the wheels falling off for the Horned Frogs. A 7-0 run, part of a larger 11-1 run, and another timeout burned by TCU. You can see the emotions and the smiles for K-State. It was some of the best volleyball we've seen out of the Wildcats this year.
Yeah, doing a nice job. I think a lot of service pressure right now on TCU. They're not able to get much offense going, and credit that to K-State's pressure on their passers, but also defensively, I think at the net they're doing a better job getting a lot of touches, and then you're seeing a lot more blocking happening.
6 blocks for the Wildcats, 4 alone in this set. And getting that defense at the net has been a big difference for the Wildcats, as they've suddenly, it's a little different than Baylor, a team that just had height and were able to hit over the block no matter what. TCU having some trouble now being able to find gaps. K-State, good adjustments, it seems.
Yeah, Para's having a bit of an off night, and really then offensively, who's going to lead the charge for TCU? You know, Gibson has been good, but just not as much as what they need to compete with the great hitters of K-State.
The other part of this is Aaliyah Carter in her night. Now 9 kills for Aaliyah Carter, hitting .318. And Carter, who had 4 kills in the first set, 5 kills in this set, and has been nearly perfect. Only 1 error for Carter in the second frame on 8 swings.
Yeah, very, very impressive. Again, like I mentioned earlier, she's making really smart choices when she's up there attacking, because she's getting a lot of balls in transition, but getting kills because she's just being very smart.
Carter and Para are 1-2 in not only kills, but also in attacks, points. They're the only players that have had matches of over 80 attacks on a night multiple times. They're the only players that have had over 29 kills 2 times in matches. Para here trying to tip. K-State all over it with Carter. Dumped by Solszewski!
A smart play there by Solszewski. Of course, you think she's going to set that to the attackers, and defense was on their heels.
An 11-1 run. Now becomes a 12-1 run for K-State. Para finally ends it. 8 straight points by K-State in a 12-1 blitz. Have them up 6 here in later stages of the second. Para tried to turn that around. That's kill number 4 for Para on an otherwise forgettable night. Wait at Carter. Gets it back. Carter through the blocks, got double digits.
That's a great swing there by Carter, but all starts with that set by Sholcheski. Good tempo. Allows her to kind of just find that seam in the block, because TCU is just not able to close it.
So now Legrand. All the way out left for Para. Tip coming. Legrand covers. Carter having to hit a tough shot. Nicholson will go back to Gibson on the right. That'll be dug by Larkin. Sims will get in there. Hits it. Carter just trying to get it over. Hits the antenna. Second contact burns K-State, and now it's 19-13 as Para will go back to serve. Always dangerous, one of the league's best in serving. 39 aces. Does have one error here tonight. Good serve. Sims receives. From the middle back, Para trying to pick out a spot. Sims on a dive, gets to it. Here's Brown on the right, off the hands. Para, another great up. Hendricks then ends the rally.
Wow, impressive by Para. Had the back row attacks, had the vision to kind of make a cut shot on it. Then she makes a great dig. Gives her team a chance, and Hendricks with the finish.
Para still serving. Super shallow and an ace. The first of the night for the Horned Frogs.
Yeah, Para's pretty sneaky with her serve. She gets a little topspin sometimes, but also she's got a killer float. Seen her really put a lot of pressure on teams with her serve.
Not just a one-trick pony with that serve. Sims again coming in shallow. Here comes Carter. Off the block and down. Oh my, Aaliyah Carter.
Carter's just like, I'm not gonna let this set get away from K-State here. You can see a little extra pep in that swing for Carter.
There's got to be something, too, about going up against Para. That's also part of this for Carter, right? All the attention well-deserved for Para. The national attention, likely Big 12 Player of the Year, perhaps National Player of the Year. She's certainly in the conversation. And if you're an outside hitter and you're like Aaliyah Carter, one of the all-time greats, two-time All-American in your own right, you probably want to show that you're equally deserving of that
100%. That little competitive nature, you gotta love it.
Serve received by Carter, and Schmidt wanted to go quick, but the timing with Legrand was just off, and now it's a 3-point set. K-State will bring Legrand out and Brown, and essentially switched back to a 5-1 here, or at least bring back Sholcheski. Getting in the later stages, Jason Mansfield did this back in the match on Wednesday. K-State late in sets would go to a kind of a 5-1 lineup as they run out of subs, so they don't get caught with the lineup that they don't want. Molly Ramsey checks in. Ramsey's really played well, the senior for K-State. Right at Ramsey. Perfect pass. Here comes Shaylee Myers. Dug, not well. Hendricks off schedule. Piper. Carter! Who else? K-State riding the hot hand right now. Carter looking exceptional. That's a dozen for Carter in 2 sets.
Yeah, very smart set there by Sholcheski. Sometimes you get that block just forgetting. She's still back there and can swing. I think timing there was really, really great by Sholcheski.
Larkin to serve. Low for Hendricks. Did she get a touch? She did. And that makes it a 3-point set. So TCU, that large run that they gave up, 12-1 to K-State, that saw the Wildcats build a big lead. They've whittled it down now to 3. Trying to steal one here and get back even. Myers on the left side. That's dug out after a touch. Gibson. Roof!
Myers, what can you say? Not able to get her attacking going, but doing a great job defensively. Putting up some amazing blocks for K-State.
Already her third. Solseski to serve now. Off the top of the block. Carter digs. Gibson off the net, or I should say Clinton off the deck. Could not get it. Set by Williams to Clinton. Up by Volpe. And Gibson sticks it in the cross corner.
Yeah, that's impressive. Gibson in times of need has really come alive for TCU here. Making a smart, deep corner swing.
Clinton on the left side. Hendricks from the middle, and it's a two-point set. And K-State will use a timeout.
Well, you just got to feel that's a really gutsy set there for TCU to set your freshman in the back row when you've got Para in the front. But knowing her hitters, knowing where she's got to put the ball, and the finish by Hendricks, I mean, that's very impressive.
K-State coming into play tonight at 7-6 in the league. TCU at 9-4. As we look at the Big 12 standings, TCU is a team that, as we said before, Wednesday still had an outside chance, like Baylor, of perhaps making a run at the Big 12 title. But with the loss to Kansas, it effectively eliminated TCU, you would think, from, unless just mass chaos happens, of finding a way to the conference title. So now those 6 ranked teams all ahead of K-State, most of those teams outside of KU and Arizona State are playing for just the NCAA tournament. And the Wildcats with BYU in this building, and of course the rival Jayhawks, a match that went 5 in Lawrence earlier this season. Carter with 12 kills, leading K-State, hitting .321. Hendricks and Gibson each with 8 to lead TCU. Para with 4 kills, 3 errors. Service picking on Shaylee Myers. She'll get it back on the right side. Couldn't quite get it down. To get within 1, it's Para, dug out. Bump set coming for Clinton. Off the hands, gets it.
Great sight out there. You felt like TCU had a chance. Para had a good swing, just not able to get enough heat on the ball. Just haven't really seen the pop of her swing yet tonight.
No. 6 kills, a half a dozen for Clinton. Another good serve. TCU scrambling. Para out of system. Doesn't matter. There is the Melanie Para we all know.
Yeah, she has a high contact point. Really can get the ball to the ground with some pace. Just hasn't really had that in most of her swings. That time there, she definitely had it.
Larkin. Serve is misplayed, so just over to Carter and a free ball over. TCU another chance to get within 1. Gibson off of Larkin, got it. A 1-point set in the second. It was a tight finish in the first, with K-State winning 25-23. And the Horned Frogs, with Volpe, their freshman libero, serving, trying to make it another tight one here. Solseski brings it back for Carter. Into the block, kept alive. Not well. TCU scrambling. They get to Para. Dug, but over. Horned Frogs back out to Para. This time she finishes off the block. We are tied. And the Wildcats will use their second and final timeout. Well, Para picking the perfect time to come alive if you're the Horned Frogs.
Yeah, and I like the pace and tempo that Nicholson's getting her the ball out there, trusting the senior, who everyone knows got that ability to really finish the play.
Coming off a double-double. trying to make it 2 double-doubles in a row. She's had 11 this year, playing all 6 rotations as well. Tremendous passer, at least great digger of ball. I mean, she's got digs per set 2.33. I mean, she's legit a great back row player. But having to do more of that tonight than necessarily swing. 7 digs, 6 kills, 3 airs. Not a normal Melanie Parra night through 2 sets.
Yeah, definitely hasn't had that, that pop like we kind of talked about with her attacking, but finding other ways. She's made some amazing digs for TCU, and that's a good player when you're not able to maybe contribute the way you normally do. How else can you help your team? And I think, talking to Coach Williams about Parra and what they do to help her manage that, and those are the types of situations, like, you may not always be, on, and so how else can you help your team? And here tonight, stepping up in other ways. She had that service ace that kind of got them back into the set after that long run by K-State. So definitely finding some other ways.
Love to talk with Jason Williams that we had the other day. Such a great communicator, great sense of humor. Talked at length about how Parra has loved her time at TCU, transferred from Texas. See her talking there with Coach Williams, longtime assistant at Baylor. Got the shot here at TCU and has turned them quickly into a perennial power. 2 straight NCAA tournament appearances. They're headed for the 3rd in 3 years under his leadership. Their previous high or only appearance was 2016 here in the latter half of the 21st century. And boy, what a finish by TCU. And now all of a sudden the Horned Frogs on a 4-0 run. They have set point. K-State was in command of the 2nd set, but the Horned Frogs have stormed back and now need 1 point to take it. Carter, hard into the hands of the defense and ties it up again. We're going extra points.
Would you expect anything less?
No. K-State 8 in 6 in extra point sets this year. Played a lot of them. Williams serving. Overpass, and Schmidt is all over it. And it's set point K-State.
Well, Jordan Williams is who got K-State on that roll earlier on this set. Fitting for her to get that.
It's not an ace, but it might as well be. Now the fans on their feet as Williams sends it over again. A good night for her in serving. Another good serve. Parra on the left, an aggressive throw, dug out by K-State. They go right to Clinton, and no touch. We're tied at 25. And K-State's going to challenge this.
Why not?
You challenge and win, it's the set. If you don't, it's tied at 25, and TCU is playing. Daryl Korniak was going to go to the monitor and take a look. It didn't really seem that K-State immediately turned and said, oh, we got to challenge this. It took a minute or two.
Yeah, it was more Shelseski that was really calling for the touch, not necessarily Clinton, who swung at the ball.
Fair point. To the naked eye, it looked like it was a no touch. We'll see what Daryl Korniak is looking at.
And it's definitely a tough angle from where we're setting to really get a good view of that.
Parra and Sylvester, the 2 in front of Clinton.
No, nope.
I don't think so, no. Daryl Korniak using that DV Sports system. He can pick whatever angle he wants. It's a touchscreen monitor. He can pick the different angles. Could be the net angle, could be reverse angle, and he will sit there and spin that wheel that's to his right to advance the frames 1 by 1 and then decide and make his ruling. No touch. And insufficient evidence was the signal there. That slashing motion that he made means that there was not enough video evidence to overturn. So the call stands as called on the court. 25 all. We're tied again.
And K-State loses that challenge.
That's right. So now just one challenge left for Jason Mansford's team until the 5th. Carter. Back line, she snapped it in. Another Aaliyah Carter kill. And then Carter with 14 kills puts K-State with their second set point. Because the Wildcats are done with subs, Anaya Clinton will go back to serve. Clinton serves shallow. Out left, Parra, left-hand tip, diving dig by Clinton. It gets over the net. Popped on a free pass over by Nicholson. Carter to end it. Yes! Boy, Carter is on a heater tonight. 15 for Aaliyah Carter in 2 sets. In the battle between the All-American outside hitters, Carter living up to the billing. We'll take a break, come back and talk about it with some numbers when we return. For the Horned Frogs. Hendricks will start with serve. K-State goes right side Clinton. That's Doug. And again, scrambling a bit are the Horned Frogs. They'll put it over. K-State in system. Carter with a tip try. Again, takes the setter out of it. Parra on the left. Easily Doug. All the way out. Here's Carter. And short side gets it in.
Yeah, nice wrist away there by Carter. She was drifting out and really caught that block floating out with her, and then able to sneak that inside with just a little thumb down motion of that wrist.
One common denominator in K-State's 5 upsets last season over ranked teams were nights when one or both Carter and Clinton went absolutely off. Clinton able to get one here off the defense over the net and out, and it's K-State 2 sets to none. So I guess the common trait here tonight is Carter's having a night. And when an outside hitter has a night, it becomes very difficult to slow them down.
Very difficult, because right now the block is guessing. They just don't really have an answer. They're guessing, which leaves a lot of seams.
Parra trying to get going on the left. Dug out by K-State. Ball goes back to Carter, and another kill. And everything she's touching right now is gold. Carter started to knock on the door of 20 kills. She's got 17 in not even 3 full sets. Gibson forced to cut that one. So Shesky gets up a little slow. They've got her feet tangled. And a wide other mark shot by Gibson. And the Wildcats picking up where they left off at the end of the second set. A solid start in the third. Staying in the 5-1. We'll see if that's the case for K-State. They have flipped back and forth a few times. Roberson got one up near the net. The touch may help out K-State. They're playing volleyball still. Carter dug out. Right side, Gibson. And she ends the rally and gets TCU on the board with kill number 11.
I don't know if we mentioned Meg Brown is in the middle right now, attacking for and playing middle for K-State. It definitely appears they are back in that 5-1.
And we'll see what happens with subs.
Yep.
I think you're right. Brown, who played middle blocker at Pepperdine, 4-time All West Coast Conference pick, 2-time first team selection there. And Parra with an incredible shot. It's the second kill for TCU in this set.
Yeah, we've seen Parra definitely has that finesse, has that ability to move the ball around, does a good job seeing that block, and just cuts that sharp angle.
Jason Williams described her, said she's just so crafty in her attack. It's not just go up and swing away and smash it. She is always looking for the different angled shots to try and drop it in. Such a smart player. So really the only time she struggles is when she feels like she's letting her team down because she's not having a night. Carter, no block needed. It didn't matter. Straight down at the 3-meter line.
Yeah, it's a great swing there by Carter. Again, that block is going way out on the line, and so she's got those angles if that set is in a position for her to cut it around the block.
Clinton serving at Para. Goes back right side. Gibson blocked but out. TCU picking Gibson often more times than Para when they're forced to throw it outside. Clinton serving. Shallow serve. Here's Para throwing down the sideline. Clinton got to it. Brown puts it up, just popped over by Carter. Para tight set into the net, and that'll be down for Para. Para trying to find a way to will TCU back into this one. Notice Para's got her 2 fingers on her right hand taped together. So now Kelly and Para both sporting some finger injuries. Carter blocked this time. Gets a repeat. And a throw to the corner, dug out by Hendricks. Gibson from behind the 10-foot line is blocked by Brown.
They see really TCU's pushing that ball to Gibson a lot right now, and K-State doing a nice job of staying patient with their block, using their eyes.
Another good serve. TCU, as you can see, not getting good setup. Carter near her own teammates gets the ball in play. Larkin sends it sky high over, trying to get K-State back in it. Carter comes out of nowhere to get a dig in the back row. Myers dug in the cross court. Para trying to end the rally. Could not after the touch. From the pipe, Carter wide, no touch. A rare mistake from Carter, just her 4th error of the night in 43 swings. And now Para. An ace for Para, an error as well. Second error. Had more success with more of a float serve than she does with the power topspin serve. Just 1 ace to go with those 5 errors for TCU. K-State's been even, 3 aces, 3 errors. Here's Meg Brown. Para from the back row, able to get the finish.
K-State's block was up on that, but Para still able to hit around that block, find the line.
Para starting to heat up a little bit now here in the second set. 3 kills in each of the first 2 frames, 3 kills already here in the third. And a must-win set for the Horned Frogs. Myers again inside of the block. Same thing, block too far to the pin.
Yeah, you know, and K-State doing a nice job of seeing that, and the defense for TCU's got to stay outside that block. They got to, that's what that left back player's got to get in there and cover that angle. And right now, K-State's teeing off on it. They got to step up in there in that angle and take it away.
Para again for the back line, long this time, but a touch called, no touch called, I should say. Jason Williams already with the challenge card.
I think I heard him say it's going to take you about 5 seconds. I love
Say, Coach Williams has got a great sense of humor, self-depreciating as well. It's fun. It's been one of the more enjoyable things that we've done now with ESPN, doing these challenges, and it was about 5 seconds.
I don't even know if it's that long.
Touch called, point to TCU. So TCU will keep the challenge. Daryl Korniak with a wry smile. Becca Kelly leading the TCU charge for the bench. I was going to say that one of the great things we've been able to do is visit with those opponent coaches and kind of get to know them a little bit,
Yeah.
personality-wise.
It's been fun.
Kind of hear the method behind the madness, so to speak, and just different philosophies on coaching, how to go about it. in this great game that is volleyball. Myers off her head, couldn't keep it going. Hendricks gets the kill. TCU within 1 here in the third. $18 kills for Aaliyah Carter, hitting .326. TCU with double digits now, both from Gibson and Para. Para with 4 kills in this set. Here's Clinton, blocked, popped up by a few K-Staters, and then Myers puts it over. Gibson on the right, dug, but over the net. Horned Frogs to try and tie it with Gibson. Dug again by K-State, right at the net. Tipped over Larkin, another over dig. And now a free ball to K-State. Clinton to end the rally, this time Dug on the cross. Para from the pipe. Popped up by the Wildcat Szulczewski. Larkin sets for Myers. Stuffed. Rally continues. Clinton trying to end it. Does off the hands.
That's smart by Clinton. Everyone's been going hard cross court. This time she does a little cut shot back down the line. Caught the setter, Nicholson, creeping up, not deep enough to play that ball.
Clinton now with 8 kills. Gibson on the left, blocked, popped up, tapped over the net. There should be 2 hits and a point to K-State, and it is. Gibson touched it twice. They'll give you some 2-hit lay, you know, a little bit of leash, but not on the attack, and certainly not 5 seconds in between touching the ball. Para, big swing. Larkin gonna give it a go, but it's too far. Back in the depths of Morgan Family Arena for her to track down this beautiful new home for K-State volleyball in its 2nd year.
Yeah, and Ahern, that would have reached the upper deck.
That's right. Hendricks serving. He's had a good run at times from the serving spot. Schmidt on a quick set. 3 kills for Schmidt on only 5 swings. Jason Mansfield taking a moment to talk with Brenna Schmidt. About blocking. Looked like you could read the gestures. Hendricks, not a great serve receive, thrown out to Para. She just pushes it over, and that'll be a double on the attack. She said the only time the double gets called is on an attack. But a mistake by Para goes in the book as an attack error. Her 4th. Gibson on the right, touched by K-State. Clinton off the block. One hand up by Volpe, but nobody else there. Didn't think there was any way Volpe could get to it, but she does.
I feel a little bit like maybe Nicholson's pushing Gibson a little too much, especially with Para being in the front row. Like, she's starting to come alive. Maybe, you know, kind of like with Carter, you know, when she's hot, you're going to get her the ball.
I think you're right. I mean, Para has 5 kills in this set. God, I think you got to get her the ball. Here she is. Dug by K-State. Back to Clinton. Para another swing. Hard to the block. Dug by Larkin, but over the net. TCU in system. Now they'll go back to Gibson on the right, and that finishes. But to your point, 2 sets to Carter, then to Gibson. You kind of bring that block a little less. That's right. Ready.
Right. That block has to really pay attention. And with, you know, Gibson and Para kind of on opposite ends there, that really is going to put a lot of pressure on Meg Brown.
Volpe with serve. Here's Carter, forced to tip. Gibson, big swing. So Gibson and Para starting to light it up. Gibson had a huge second set. 7 kills in that frame, and now she's got 2 here in the third. 12 for the night, or 13 on the night. Shosevsky, after not a good serve receive, finds Carter, but she gets roofed. And just like that, TCU within 2.
Yeah, this is all from the serve from TCU, putting pressure on K-State's passers. Only option right now has been Carter.
Clinton off of Hendricks sends us to a timeout. Anaya Clinton in the double figures with her 10th kill. K-State up 2-0 on the 18th ranked Horned Frogs. For the night, Parra gets the serve. She'll get the swing. Block thrown up in her face. She'll get it again. High off the hands, and Parra has a dozen.
Like that second swing by Parra, a little bit high off the hands of K-State. I don't know if she's trying to cut it too much, and that's why K-State's really getting her with their block. I think hitting a little bit higher off the hands will be better for Parra.
Great serve by TCU. K-State scrambling. Carter nearly got one down on the cross court. Parra swings off balance and gets it in, and the Horned Frogs are within 1.
Yeah, great up there in the back row by Volpe, just to keep that ball in play. A great serve, too, to start that off.
Fantastic serve from Gibson. Sims goes down to get it. Here comes Brown on a slide. And she crushes it, but out. Everything perfect, but where the ball landed, and now we're tied again. 3-0 run here by TCU. Brown coming up, this time a throw to the ground, and she gets the kill.
A good adjustment there by Meg Brown on the slide. Able to slam that down. Saw that seam, and she just threw it to the heart.
So much joy in Meg Brown's game. Molly Ramsey comes back in for K-State, senior defensive specialist. Here's Parra, dug in the center back line by Carter, who's at a double-double now, and Myers hits it long, no touch. It's been an off night for Shaylee Myers after that big night on Wednesday against Baylor. Tied again. And here's Parra. Picking on Carter. Myers unable to get on track. Gibson just has to push it over. Tight set for Myers, but she gets it in.
A triple block against Myers. And just was able to slip it through the hands of the TCU block.
Parra from the back row, able to get it and tie us up again. And now the 2 outside hitters, the stars we opened the night talking about, beginning to take over. Parra, a huge third set here for TCU. Has 8 kills in this frame.
Yeah, really a lot of that coming from the back line.
Brandschreiber, who was splitting the libero duties to begin the night, now going back to a regular jersey. Carter from the middle answers. 19 kills, 10 digs for Carter. Shosevsky to serve. Parra blocked.
Nice job by Brenna Schmidt. Almost felt like you knew where that ball was going. Oh, Shaylee Myers this time.
Yes. 9 blocks for K-State. Myers gets her 4th. And a service error by Shulsevsky.
See that pressure starting to mount here a little bit for TCU, kind of getting to the end of this 3rd set. Win or go home.
Nicholson standing right near the baseline. Serve this one in. Baseline. Touchline. Clinton. Out to Gibson. Blocked but out. That'll be a point for the Horned Frogs. Gibson also nearing a double-double. Has 8 digs to go with her 14 kills, but hitting just 140. Nicholson to serve again. Sophomore setter. Shulsevsky brings it back for Clinton. Blocked, but no one saw it near the official, and it falls in for a kill. The numbers for Clinton. Simone Sims has a couple of service errors here tonight and make it 3. So now each side with 5 errors on the serve. And that's a 3 service error night for Sims. Carter on a low set. Got it down the line.
Kill number 20 for Carter tonight.
Yet another 20 kill match for Aaliyah Carter. That would be number 25 in her career. And moving up the all-time charts for 20+ kills. Quick set, Brown in the middle. Roberson couldn't get the finish. Here's Carter off the net. Diving dig by Volpe. Outright to Gibson. Couldn't get it over. And a timeout for TCU. Well, you said it earlier, perhaps one too many times to Gibson. K-State setting up on that right side. And that time it looked like just fatigue. Gibson just didn't have the legs to get that one over.
Well, and it's tough. You know, that ball, she's a right-handed attacker playing on the right side. So that ball has to come across her body. And so in transition, you saw Nicholson was coming across and really had to throw it back there. If that ball comes up short, it's really hard. You've got to get your feet to the ball, and going to be a little bit more error-prone in transition as a righty on the right.
Leah Carter entered this week at 23 career 20 kill matches. It's now actually 25. She's had 2 additional ones here tonight. Or tonight, she's gotten to 25 on her career. 8 so far here tonight. Here's a look at Carter getting it done again. Just absolutely on fire. Not only has she had now 8 20 kill matches this season, but she has done it 5 times in her last 7 matches. So finishing strong in her final campaign as a Wildcat.
Yeah, really, with the loss of Grigorski, she stepped up big time for her team and is getting it done front row, back row, and just has played smart because her numbers really have been good.
Carter, 5 kills in this set. She had 11 in the second set alone, which is just an incredible number. And Parra with 8 in this third. Another service error by K-State out of a timeout. That's 3 errors in this frame, and all 3 have hit the net and not been able to get over. A must-win set for TCU. Clinton at the middle.
A little cross action. Meg Brown going on the slide. Clinton coming in the middle with a 2. Caught that TCU block. Gave her one-on-one opportunity. Nice swing by Clinton. Again, not making those errors. We saw it kind of earlier in the season, making more errors. This time, lately, she's been playing very clean.
Para trying to answer, got dug in the back row by Larkin. Carter comes back, she's dug, but into the net was Sylvester. And it's match point for K-State. And TCU will burn a timeout. Carter all smiles. 21 kills for Aaliyah Carter. The 3rd most against TCU this year. And you can see the team celebrating with Larkin after she got that massive dig on
It was
Para.
huge. Oh, one arm. She just stuck an arm out there and had an amazing dig there.
And it turned and left it open for Aaliyah Carter. What a night for K-State star outside hitter.
Yeah, and like we talked about, she's been very smart with her shots. You know, in transition a lot, sometimes that ball coming over her shoulder, but really using the block to her advantage, and then when it's time.
Double-double for Szoseski tonight, 33 assists, 14 digs, or 32 assists in 14 digs. 10 dig night for Ella Larkin. Carter with a double-double, as you saw there. She's also had 3 blocks and 10 blocks for K-State in 3 sets. Not normally known as a big blocking team, but the Wildcats have done it. And now, in a similar spot they were in the 2nd set. Remember, they led 23-20, fell behind 24-23, but won in extra points, 27-25. Now at match point, can they finish off TCU and pull off a stunning upset and keep their NCAA tournament hopes alive? Pick off their 1st ranked win this year against a team that's 16th in the RPI. Everybody standing as Clinton serves. Shallow serve coming. Nicholson goes left to Para. Throw to the corner. Up by K-State. Put over. What a play in the back row by Larkin. Para again. This time Larkin controls it. K-State to end it. Goes to Carter. Blocked. TCU knew where it was going. Set for match point number 2. Ramsey into the back line for K-State. And Gibson to serve. And now Nicholson's going to get pulled out. No setter on the court for TCU. Right side, Brown blocked and out. TCU makes it match point number 3. Timeout, K-State. Mason Mansfield and his staff want to talk over what is now an enormous front line for TCU.
Yes, with the addition of Kelly coming in to block for Nicholson, with Carter on the outside. You got Meg Brown in the middle. So setters live for K-State. 2 options. Who's it going to be? Or is it going to be Szoseski with kind of the sneaky play? She hasn't been super aggressive, you know, with attacking. Maybe this is the time to put the game away.
1 kill for Szoseski, just 4 attempts. K-State started in a 6-2, went to a 5-1, then back to a 6-2, and now early 2nd set, they just went to the 5-1 the rest of the night and are trying to pull off the win here against this TCU team. But regardless of the 6-2 or the 5-1, because Abel LeGrand, 5 assists only, but 11 digs. K-State has really played very well in their passing, regardless of a 5-1 or a 6-2, to kind of get us to this point.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. Actually, you know, I really noticed Carter herself, because a lot of teams are serving at her with her playing 6 rotations. I feel like she's passed pretty well. It's only been maybe 1 or 2 times that she kind of maybe got a little bit off balance with her platform, and that left that ball way off the net for Szoseski, but doing a pretty good job managing it, and now into the 5-1 takes some of the pressure off her with Molly Ramsey in the game.
Ramsey in the back row. Gibson to serve. 2 straight points on match point for K-State for the Horned Frogs. 1 more to send it to extra points here in the 3rd. Sims does not do well in the serve receive. It's thrown out towards Carter. Touched by the Horned Frogs. And nobody covers after the initial touch with no center, and K-State has done it. They get their first marquee win of the season as they take down 18th ranked TCU in straight sets.
Wow. What a night for K-State. I think in all aspects of the game, they really did a nice job controlling what they could and played a great game.
Kansas State wins it. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap it up from Manhattan. This is the Big 12 on ESPN. Morgan Family Arena packed to the rafters tonight. Solszewski quick set Schmidt. Hills in the middle. K-State